I tell you, every single time I get one of those wild card customers that's just so perfect, it's just such an amazing experience for me start to finish as a creator, as a builder, as a fabricator. And this is one of those situations. This is Paul's F250. It is a 2020. It was a base model halogen headlight, and that is just such a beautiful blank canvas for me to work with. What made this entire experience so incredible for me is that Paul is my perfect ideal client. He did just enough research on the website and watching YouTube videos so that he had a general idea of the things that he liked and did not like. However, he wasn't overly controlling, and ultimately he gave me a significant amount of freedom of design and really entrusted me to just do whatever I wanted to do. And this is what I came up with. This is my design. I'm super pleased with it. It is a quad retrofit of MD2Ss, and as you can see, it's a two-tone paint job. We have the OEM body color as well as gloss black interior of the little bucket reflector areas, and also a smoked clears amber replacement. I decided to do a dual switchback strip design, so a strip right across the top and a strip also right across the bottom, which kind of blends in so you don't really see it until, of course, they turn on. However, being the design of this headlight isn't quite as linear as previous generations, it's got that angle there. I didn't want to do just lines there because that would have been kind of like a bootleg LED headlight version. So this one, I wanted to pull in other linear lighting elements, and so I did that with the Bullet 2.0 shrouds, where we have those acrylic inserts in the shrouds that light up as well. So the effect is just super powerful, and I absolutely love it. So let me turn those on for you right now. Ta-da! This is what we got. I know right now that camera is just absolutely whiting out the entire section, but if I get up close to it, you'll be able to start to see the details come out. As you can see, we've got the strip up top, and those lines, those elements, it's just beautiful. The visual cues are all just playing together on this one. I am just so smitten, super happy with the way this one came out. Also have that profile switchback LED bulb in that center section, which was the original designated turn signal location, so it is, of course, obviously still very bright despite being in a blacked out reflector housing. And we can go over here and see pretty much the same thing. How about this? I'm going to turn on them turn signals, and you're going to see something really, really impressive out of a brand new F250. Those LED headlights that come on this thing are like all right. They're not bad, don't get me wrong, but this is so much cooler and not even terribly much more expensive than the LED headlights. But you know, whatever, you actually have to have a qualified person who can build this caliber of work. So as you can see, we've got the backlit halos that are blinking through the Bullet 2.0 shroud grooves, and we also have the strips, and also that middle LED indicator there. So I mean, everything blinks, which is just super cool. So there's no way that you're gonna miss this turn signal on this truck as it's driving down the road. Of course, the real question is, what is the light output like on this bad boy? And let me tell you, it is nothing short of amazing and fantastic and beautiful. And I can do some video overlay that I took last night as I was driving around, but ultimately all you really need to understand is that a single MD2S projector on a 35 watt ballast is incredibly respectable light output. And so we have dual MD2S projectors on 35 watt ballast. So I mean, we've got 70 watts of HID output per housing, and it is beautiful, and everything's dialed in, everything's nice and perfectly even. The wiring behind the scenes here is beautiful as well. It is immaculate. I wanted to make sure that I did something that would, you know, confuse any of the techs at the Ford dealership if they look at it and go, wait a second, is this an OEM option? Everything is loomed up and run appropriately. There's little relay banks because, of course, all of the running lights, the turn signals, and of course the headlight circuits themselves all has to be isolated from the original equipment because Ford is wonderful and so much fun to work on. And that's it, man. I love the way this thing came out. I'm super pleased with it. This is one of those rare circumstances where if a client calls me up and basically he doesn't have a restrictive budget, what can I do with free reign of creative control? Voila, now you know. And if anybody asks, yes, I would have loved to replace those with the Morimoto XB LED fog lights. I think really getting rid of that last bit of chrome down there and blacking out that section so that shape complements the shapes up there, I think is going to be a really nice final touch. However, they were currently out of stock and have been for quite some time and will be for quite some time because, you know, I've heard that there's like a little virus or something going around right now. Either way, pricing and product information for this beautiful masterpiece is going to be in the video description, so be sure to check that out. If you have any interest in a build like this for yourself, by all means shoot me an email, 13@ByThirteen.com, and hopefully I'll be able to get you into the build queue. As always, thank you so much for watching. This is 13 with Superior Mobile, and I hope you have yourselves a wonderful day. Hooray!